It is, I think, Tuesday. I don't know. It's 8:20. I have taken my good old time getting out of camp today. It was just so cold. I didn't want to leave. So, what a beautiful spot that I was camped at. I really enjoyed my evening. No one passed me after I was at camp. And I didn't really have many animals come through except for that one when I first got in the tent. I don't know what it was. Temperature kept dropping, you know, as the sun went down. And I actually had to like use the quilt the right way. And I came from that direction over there. Yeah, I actually had to use the quilt the right way and put on my alpha mid layer. And at one point I even had my gloves on just to warm up. You know, I took them off after I warmed up, so I didn't wear them the rest of the evening. And then this morning it was just so chilly. I didn't want to get up. A hiker did pass me. I heard him or her walking by around 5:15. I was like nestled in this little area. I'm sure they couldn't see my tent, but they maybe could see my bear hang from where they were. They paused and then they just kept walking. So that's pretty cool. I am going to hike 5.1 to the next shelter and eat. That'll probably be where I eat my lunch or a snack or something, and then go on from there. We'll see. We'll see. I also have to probably get water, but maybe not. The shelter's 0.2 off trail. All right. I will see you later. have made it to camp. I got here about 10 to 4. I am sure, this is a stealth site, but I am sure that other people will be coming because it's like 0.2 to the water source. I've already set up my camp. Well, I had the tent set up. I'm letting it air out. And I hung my bear bag like down that way. I mean, the line, the bag isn't hung yet. I'm gonna inflate my air mattress, and I'm gonna actually cook a full backpacking meal. I'm hungry after today. Hopefully I'll be able to check in later. It is now 6:30. I am in my tent for the night. I can't believe how much I ate. I ate 940 calories just at dinner, just now. So I ate a whole 2-person backpacking meal, which you know how that is. It's not really 2 people, but I ate a little bag of soft baked chocolate chip cookies, gummy bears, and what's the other thing I had? Goodness. Oh, a snack-size package of salt and vinegar pistachios, which I'm still trying to figure out if I like. That was the only thing they had. Remember I told you Dollar General, they were wiped out. So that was the only kind they had. So I just had, about 20 minutes ago, my first hikers that's passed me northbound, which blows my mind. That's all day. The only thing I can think of is that almost all the thru hikers, for some reason, are walking on Skyline Road instead of the trail. They're all saying because they want to see the views. So that's the only thing I can think of. I know there was a guy ahead of me because a day hiker passed me and said that the guy right in front of you, he's walking the ECT, meaning he's going from the Eastern Continental Trail, meaning he's going from Key West all the way to Nova Scotia, all the way up through Maine to Nova Scotia. He had to have passed when I went at 6 miles, that was my first break today, I went to the shelter, and I wasn't going to go because it's 0.2 down, steep, down, and I didn't want to go 0.2 steep down because that meant I have to go 0.2 steep up. And, but I had to use the privy, so it beats digging a hole. So I did that. And then, let's see, I had a couple of views today. I passed like maybe 10 day hikers today. One group of 3 guys, a couples, and some solo people. Oh, I did pass. No, that was yesterday. I was thinking I passed another thru hiker, but that was yesterday morning. So yesterday morning, I passed a female thru hiker like maybe a mile after I got on trail. And I passed another couple. They passed me, and I saw them at the wayside, and then those 2 guys at the wayside. And that's it. And then the day before, I was off trail, which was good because it was National Parks Day, free National Parks Day. And another benefit for me not coming, or me zeroing that day, I guess it was a zoo here. According to the thru hikers. I'm trying to think. I saw so many deer today. Maybe 8 deer today. And they are just not afraid. They are not afraid. Some bunnies, birds, and I think that's it for the animals. Yeah. I'm trying to think of anything else of note happened. Not really. I'm feeling very strong, which is good. Very strong. I'll be honest, I don't want to get off trail. I have I have a definite date that I have to fly home to get back to work, but I could get off trail tomorrow at Front Royal, but it's not that far away. I don't even remember how long that is. But I don't want to do that because I could push to the next gap, or I could push to the shelter, not the next shelter. The next shelter's 4 miles away. If I push to the shelter after the next shelter, I could stay there tomorrow night, which is another like 12-ish miles, and then try to get off at Manassas Gap, which is 3 miles. So I don't have signal again today. Tonight. I didn't have signal last night. I did turn, when I was at one of the views, I turned my phone on and checked all my messages and made sure nothing was pressing. And I'm hoping I have signal at the shelter. If I push onto the shelter tomorrow, and maybe even before I get to the shelter, I'm going to check, because I want to see if I can get a shuttle from Manassas Gap. If that's the case, then I can spend one more night on trail, which would be my last night on trail. And then I'd go into Front Royal, spend one night in Front Royal, get shuttled to where I have a car rental, drive the car rental to the Charlottesville airport, spend the night, and then fly home. It's just how fast this went. It's so fast. So this could potentially be my last night. But I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to see, you know, what's available and, you know, what my options are. Okay, well, I'm going to finish a crossword puzzle that I started yesterday that I'm almost finished with, but I was just too tired to finish. And maybe start another one and finish and complete another one. I will see you tomorrow. So I was just sitting here doing a crossword puzzle, and I heard a noise, and I thought, that sounds bigger than a deer. And I just like peeked under my tent and saw something big and black. And so I opened up the vestibule, and sure enough, there was a bear. Holy crap. And then I was worried I got my food, because my hang is not the best hang. It's a hang, but if it climbed the tree, it's not 4 feet out of the limb. It's like 3.5 feet out from the limb. And I can't get it. I tried 3 different trees. I just could not get it. I could not. It's not a good place to hang here. Holy crap. So I filmed it, which you probably just saw. But then after a while, I'm like, stop filming and get this bear out of here. Because it didn't look like it was going anywhere. So, you know what I did? I blasted my heavy metal. It took 2 songs. But it finally, I just tried to find like my most aggressive heavy metal songs. Yeah. And it did not like the heavy metal, and it went, holy cow. Well, now I've seen a bear this trip. Normally, I don't care about bears, you know. In Florida, we have them, and it's not that big of a deal, you know. I see a lot of bears in Florida, but here, I don't know. I don't know why I was a little worried. Maybe because I'm worried that, you know, they're more accustomed to getting food here. I don't know, but I'm telling you, after the second song, it had a lot of double drums and some yelling, and it went away. Whew. Back to my crossword puzzle. Okay, just so everyone doesn't worry, I just spent another 30 minutes hanging on multiple trees. This is definitely 4 feet from the trunk and 10 feet from the ground. However, that's a tiny little branch. But it held my weight, so I'm I'm done. I'm done. All right. Have a good evening.